Welcome to Basketball Analysis. Today we are talking about NBA Draft Shockers, where we unveil the hidden gems and major flops that have shaped the futures of teams across the league. In this video, we'll dive deep into the biggest draft steals and busts in NBA history and analyze their lasting impact on their teams. The NBA Draft, as we know, is one of the most pivotal events in basketball, where the future of franchises is decided. A single pick can lead to glory or doom. Imagine if the Chicago Bulls had passed on Michael Jordan, or if the Portland Trail Blazers hadn't drafted Sam Bowie. The history of the NBA, as we know it, would look very different. Stay tuned as we reveal the stories behind these shocking draft picks and their ripple effects on the teams that selected them. But before we dive in, we want to hear from you. What do you think was the biggest draft steal or draft bust in NBA history was? Leave your thoughts in the comments as I'm about to share mine. A draft steal is a player who exceeds expectations based on their draft position, often becoming a key contributor or even a star. Let's start with one of the most remarkable draft steals, Manu Ginobili. Selected 57th overall in 1999, few expected Ginobili to become a pivotal player for the San Antonio Spurs. But Ginobili's unorthodox style and clutch performances helped the Spurs secure 4 championships. His impact was felt on both ends of the court, redefining what it means to be a six-man. Ginobili's contributions were instrumental in the Spurs dynasty, bringing international flair and tenacity to the team. Next, we have Draymond Green, picked 35th overall in 2012. Analysts at the time were skeptical of his positionless playstyle and average athleticism.
And the big O, Oscar Robertson, is the only guy with guys with multiple triple-doubles.
That's great company. I can tell you this, we watch some of their games during the season. Magic loves Draymond Green, thinks he's a great talent, thinks he'll be a good pro, so we'll see if he pans out.
Yeah, and Magic just fainted in L.A.
He does. He knows I'm
But
telling
Draymond
the truth.
proved the doubters wrong, becoming the heart and soul of the Warriors dynasty. His versatility on defense and playmaking ability made him indispensable. Draymond's leadership and defensive acumen were key to the Warriors' multiple championships, proving that intangibles can be as valuable as raw talent. Next, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo, drafted 15th overall in 2013. At the time, Giannis was a raw prospect with incredible potential but many uncertainties. Now, Giannis has transformed from a skinny teenager into a dominant force, winning MVP awards and leading to the Milwaukee Bucks to their first championship in 50 years. Now, Giannis' development and success have revitalized the Bucks franchise, turning them into perennial contenders and inspiring a new generation of international players. And finally, we have Nikola Jokic, drafted 41st overall in 2014. He was overlooked by many, and Jokic's draft moment was famously interrupted by a Taco Bell commercial. Jokic since has become one of the most unique and dominant centers in NBA history, winning back-to-back MVP awards and winning another this past year, and also led the Denver Nuggets to a championship in 2023. Jokic's exceptional playmaking and scoring have transformed the Denver Nuggets into championship contenders, showcasing the immense value of finding a gem in the second round. Now, when we look at stats, it's clear that these players have far outperformed expectations based on their draft positions. These draft steals didn't just excel individually, they transformed their teams, leading to championships and sustained success. Their influence extended beyond the court, becoming leaders and faces of their franchises and leaving a lasting legacy. Now, on the flip side, a draft bust is a player who fails to live up to the high expectations set by their draft position, often causing lasting repercussions for their team. First, let's look at Sam Bowie, drafted second overall in 1984 to the Portland Trail Blazers. At the time, Bowie was seen as a solid choice to fill the team's need for a center. Unfortunately, Bowie's career was plagued by injuries, preventing him from reaching his potential and leading to limited playing time. Adding to the sting, the player selected immediately after Bowie was none other than Michael Jordan, who went on to become arguably the greatest player in NBA history. Next, we have Greg Oden, who was picked first overall in 2007. Seen as a dominant force in college, Oden was expected to be a game changer for the Portland Trail Blazers. But Oden's NBA career was similarly derailed by injuries, with multiple knee surgeries sidelining him for the majority of his tenure in the league. To make matters even worse, the player drafted immediately after Oden was Kevin Durant, who quickly became a superstar and one of the league's most prolific scorers. Now, we also have Anthony Bennett, who was chosen first overall in 2013 by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Bennett was a surprising pick, with many questioning his readiness for the NBA. And Bennett's NBA career never took off, as he struggled with fitness, performance, and confidence, eventually bouncing around from the league and out of the NBA entirely. Bennett's failure to meet expectations delayed the Cavaliers' rebuilding process, adding to the frustration of the fan base and the organization. Unfair to him, but the highest bust of the 2014 class is Nick Stauskas, selected 8th overall by the Sacramento Kings. Known for his shooting prowess in college, Stauskas was expected to provide a scoring boost. But despite his college success, Stauskas struggled to adapt to the NBA, finding himself bouncing between teams and unable to secure a significant role. Stauskas' underperformance added to the Kings' draft woes, as the team continued to struggle in finding stability and success on the court. And now looking to the future, Jokic and others were selected later, which does not make it any better. The stats paint a clear picture of their struggles compared to their draft counterparts, highlighting the stark contrast between expectations and reality. These draft busts didn't just disappoint individually, they set their teams back significantly, missing playoff opportunities and hindering franchise progress. Draft busts can demoralize a team and its fan base, leading to significant changes in management, coaching, and overall team strategy. Let's take a closer look at the Portland Trail Blazers, a team that has experienced significant setbacks due to draft bust and injury. But despite these setbacks, the Blazers have continually tried to rebuild and remain competitive, showing the resilience required to bounce back from draft disappointments. Draft picks can have immediate and long-term effects on a franchise, influencing their direction, strategy, and success for years to come. In the short term, draft picks can have immediate consequences on a team's performance, morale, and fan engagement. Players like Magic Johnson and Tim Duncan made significant impacts on the rookie seasons, leading their teams to success and energizing the fan base. Conversely, players like Kwame Brown and Adam Morrison struggled to meet expectations, resulting in immediate disappointment and skepticism from the fans and analysts. In the long term, draft picks can influence the overall direction of a franchise, affecting their strategy, management decisions, and team culture. The Golden State Warriors' selection of Steph Curry and the San Antonio Spurs' pick of Tim Duncan laid foundations for dynasties, leading to multiple championships and sustained success. Teams like the Sacramento Kings have faced long-term challenges due to poor draft choices, missing out on opportunities to rebuild or build competitive rosters and achieve playoff success. Draft picks can also have significant financial implications, affecting team revenue, merchandise sales, and overall franchise valuations. For example, the Cleveland Cavaliers experienced a major financial boom with the selection of LeBron James, seeing increased ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and franchise valuation. Conversely, teams that drafted bust often face financial difficulties, with declining ticket sales and merchandise revenue reflecting fan disillusionment. Let's examine the Chicago Bulls, whose selection of Michael Jordan in 1984 transformed the franchise into a global powerhouse. In contrast, the Portland Trail Blazers' selection of Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan led to years of what-ifs and missed opportunities, significantly impacting the franchise's trajectory. The Golden State Warriors' decision to draft Steph Curry in 2009 set the stage for one of the most dominant eras in NBA history, leading to multiple championships and substantial financial gains. The Sacramento Kings, however, their selection of someone like Nick Stauskas in 2014 exemplifies how a draft miss can perpetuate a cycle of rebuilding and missed opportunities. We have learned successful teams have honed their draft strategies, focusing on thorough scouting, risk management, and player development to find steals and avoid bust. Avoiding pitfalls include balancing potential with readiness, using advanced analytics, and learning from past mistakes to make informed decisions. Modern trends in scouting and analytics are helping teams make more informed decisions, leading to a new era of smarter drafting. The NBA draft is a high-stakes game where the right pick can lead to glory and the wrong can spell disaster. What lessons can teams learn from past successes and failures? Again, successful teams have honed their draft strategies over the years, focusing on thorough scouting, advanced analytics, and understanding the intangibles that make a great player. Scouting and analytics play a crucial role in identifying potential stars. Teams that invest in these areas are more likely to find hidden gems and avoid costly mistakes. Beyond physical talent, character and work ethic are vital. Players like Steph Curry and Giannis have shown that determination and a strong work ethic can elevate a player to greatness. Avoiding pitfalls involves learning from past mistakes. Teams must balance potential with readiness and avoid the allure of unproven talent over more reliable options. Injury risks are also a factor. Teams must conduct thorough medical evaluations and consider the long-term health of prospects to avoid selecting players who may be injury prone. Adaptability is another key factor. Players who can evolve and fit into various roles are valuable assets. Draymond Green is a prime example of how versatility can lead to a successful career. International scouting has become increasingly important as well. Players like Manu Ginobili and Nikola Jokic demonstrate international scouting has become increasingly important as well. Players like Manu Ginobili and Nikola Jokic demonstrate the value of looking beyond domestic talent pools, and advanced analytics provide deeper insights into a player's potential. Teams now use complex models to predict future performance and minimize risk. You also have the G League, where it offers valuable opportunities for young players to develop their skills and gain experience before making a leap to the NBA. Now, the Golden State Warriors' success story is built on smart drafting and player development. Their picks of Curry, Thompson, and Green laid the foundation for a dynasty. Similarly, the San Antonio Spurs have demonstrated the importance of consistency and long-term planning. Their ability to draft and develop players like Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker has led to sustained success. You have the Denver Nuggets, who focused on international scouting, which paid off with the selection of Nikola Jokic. His rise from a second-round pick to MVP highlights the value of global approach to scouting. From thorough scouting and analytics to valuing character and adaptability, these lessons can help teams make better draft decisions and build successful franchises. The NBA draft is a thrilling event full of potential and uncertainty. By learning from the past, teams can better navigate the complexities of the draft and set themselves up for better future success. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think are the most important lessons teams should learn from past drafts? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you for watching.